And welcome to what Brian tells me is episode 476 of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Rody Rob here. We are a little short in the studio tonight for our post-Monday Night Raw reaction show. It is going to be me, the great one, the Monday Night Marked Out Wrestling Podcast Messiah, Rody Rob himself. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am here for you. You're welcome.
You mean Rody Rollins?
And also joining me, the very overrated, yet, you know, he's a good friend.
Over-talented, you mean?
Adam to the bomb. Adam Bomb, say hi.
Hello. I don't like your Messiah comment. I'd rather just go with the Rody Rollins. It's much shorter.
I'm really feeling a sense of accomplishment lately in life, and I just feel like I should project that in my personality. A heavy confidence of how great I truly am. Speaking of...
You've been, I mean, if you want to go to your greatness, you've been touting for months now performers that weren't even on tonight.
Yep, that's true.
Crow, eat it.
So as we talk about how wonderful I am, we must also take a break and talk about the little people. Adam Bomb, will you please tell me who is currently on our YouTube live chat board?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. He does not have it open, so I'm going to do...
I had a different window open.
Yeah, you did. Bang Bus GM is there. Juan says, hello, everyone. Stike Leather, Soji, Jason Sklenner, Justin Rasai, John Estrada, Stike Leather Hall of Famer. Stike Leather is on the board, and there's some more people there, too, amongst the thousands of people that we have live at this moment.
Now, can I blame that on Brian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, because you have been doing this for 4 years and you still don't know how to open the fucking chat board.
Well, Brian didn't do it tonight. He wasn't here to open it for me.
So get some water in your system. I know you're still hungover from the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs. I'm not a Chiefs fan, but I did root for him.
Andy Reid, congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm a big Eagles fan. You know, Eagles got their title. Now I'm glad Andy Reid got his.
Yeah, that's a good story, Andy Reid winning that title. That's a great story for him. That would be the dominant story of the Super Bowl for me. But we're not here to talk about football. We are here to talk about professional wrestling, or at least the attempt at it. And we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. We're also going to kind of dip into, how the road
chair was low.
The road to WrestleMania, how it's starting to shape up. Obviously, now we have to talk about the Super Shit Down Part 25 or whatever the fuck that is. And we're going to go through some points from Raw. We might not talk about all the points. Maybe we'll talk about them in our awards segment. Maybe we'll talk about them in our big topics. If we don't talk about them, then it wasn't worth fucking talking about. Somebody else can do that for you. So, with that said, let's go ahead and real quick give a plug to MarkedOutGear.com. MarkedOutGear.com if you want to get a original concept by us, the great ones. Original concept on our website, MarkedOutGear.com. You can put in a promo code. It's marked out, all one word. You're going to get 10% off your order at MarkedOutGear.com. You can get you a onesie for your baby, a coffee mug, a T-shirt. Check the tape. Maybe one day it's going to be on there.
Sklenner's
we got
wife's being induced right now, so that baby's going to come out with a marked out
there you go.
Onesie.
I'm wearing one of our signature series that we made. This is the Kevin Owens edition. No affiliation.
I'm wearing an AJ Styles T-shirt,
which we don't sell that. But do that, and you can go to collarandelbowbrand.com. You can take a chance, and hopefully you'll get your order. But 10% off your order if you put in a promo code marked out, all one word. 10% off at collarandelbowbrand.com. Also, if you're listening to us on any of the podcast providers out there, make sure you subscribe, like, review, follow, rate, all the cool stuff that you can do with podcasting.
I'm going to change to my wrestling shirt.
Right. So let's talk. Speaking of wrestling, since we're going to move into the Mr. Rogers phase where you put your wrestling clothes on. And
I haven't changed my slippers yet.
There you go. Change your slippers, old man. Do that. And we're going to talk
Old Man River.
Me and Adam both picked 3 topics from tonight that we would like to talk about in our
Extra big ass topics.
All right, so extra big ass topics tonight. Again, Adam picks 3. He wants to talk about. I pick 3. I want to talk about. If they overlap, then it cuts one out. If not, we have more content. So I am going to go ahead and start this one out. I'll give since I am the great one here.
I thought we decided the order of the first 2 because of the way it segued, but go ahead.
Well, I didn't want to put the headliner to start out.
Yeah, you wanted to act like Vince McMahon and just go right to it. Gotcha. Go for it.
No, I'm not going right to it. I want to milk it to the big one.
All right, milk it, Rob.
Okay. Speaking of milking it, we had Ruby Riott returning tonight after the match. Who is that? Liv and Lana. At first, I want to say this, Adam, about Lana. All right, I know we all hate Lana, and look,
you gave her an award last week.
Well,
I don't think we all hate Lana.
I share in the sentiment that Lana is not good at wrestling and probably should not be in the industry. I am with everyone there.
And yet you gave her your MVP last week. Check the tape.
And yet I'm making a point right now. Be quiet. That I know we hate her, and if she left tomorrow, nobody would care. I wouldn't care either. But again, you got to give the girl credit where credit is due. She is putting out some fucking heel heat. Now, whether it's X-Pac heat, go home heat, fucking legit heat, whatever you want to call it.
All of the above.
She's put out all of the above. Yeah, it is. It's a mixture of all the above. I really believe that. But she is definitely putting out heat. So she's not the main story here. But I just wanted to, give that at least credit. We shit on her so much. God damn if I want to give her some love one time for doing something halfway decent. You
gave her an MVP last week too.
I did. Why are you so focused on last week?
Because you're toting Lana. 2 weeks in a row.
I'm not toting Lana. I'm trying to be an objective wrestling
was
fan.
that your first topic? Was Lana?
No, it moves on. It's Ruby Riott, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Ruby Riott comes out. Now here's the thing, man. I think me and Adam both collectively, when Ruby first came out, was like, all right, yeah, cool. I think the crowd in attendance was the same way, like, all right, cool. But then it kind of drug.
Having her, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan just do nothing backstage but like knock over cups and shit, like acting like the misfits from Gem and the Holograms, and then go out to lose. And Ruby Riott had a few moments where it looked like she might be in contention for the belt or something, but they never consistently booked her or the Riott Squad to any worth.
Well,
and she's an accomplished wrestler.
Yeah,
she is one of the better women I think in terms of talent in ring.
I hear your points. I think you're digging into the past, and I really didn't want to focus so much on the past as kind of looking at what's going on in the future here, right? And move the arm. Don't move the fucking microphone. Move the arm so it's more positioned in your face. There you go. And then you turn the mic back so it's just going to fuck it up. You can't see it. Adam pisses me off with every little thing he does. I want to talk about the now. And the now is when you bring somebody back after a horrible first run, after an injury, it's a reset button. You can reset. Ruby Riott comes back unexpected with fanfare, and you're thinking at that moment something's going to happen. It became all too obvious that she was going to attack Liv, right? All too obvious. And it was done in such a slow motion build. I mean, it's like walk into the ring. And here's the other thing is, we always talk about the why. Why?
To say that the Riott Squad is no more, maybe? Because, I mean, she did her move and moved on. And Lana was the one that kept beating Liv after the fact.
Yeah, but Liv had already she'd already kind of declared herself outside of the Riott Squad.
But Ruby hasn't been around to have their breakup. Maybe this was just a simple, hey, we're broken up. In case anyone thinks we're friends, now that I'm back, we're not. We're not an alliance. We're not on the same page. And by the way, I'm heel.
Yeah.
Because Ruby's definitely heel after this. I mean, we don't need Brian to tell us.
Well, I could look at it like tonight was good as far as having Lana and Liv do a blow-off here in a grudge situation, right? A story outside the belt, which we always say we want. And Ruby now carries over to another grudge situation with Liv.
You're building some layers there. I mean, but what's your end game is the thing.
I guess the story itself I don't have a problem with. My problem is that it was so anticlimactic of a return. It could have been so much bigger, so much better, and it seems like it was underutilized. What they could have done with Ruby Riott there. They could have given her a real fucking pop moment, but it was
they
more
could have
like
given her a match, had everybody cheering for her, and then her turn. Like
I like her coming out unknown, honestly. Well, I guess you could.
Well, no, I'm saying coming out unknown to the match just to get the fanfare.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then she goes heel in the end.
Yeah, maybe it's got to get Lana out the way though. I don't know. So, anything on the board about that?
Ruby had legit surgery, so she wasn't kept off TV on purpose. So she said, yeah, we know.
No, we know.
If Riott and Logan team up against Liv, not interested. Lana and Liv still feud and get teammates involved. Why? It would have been better if they left Ruby versus Liv, but they decided to leave Lana in again. Why? Lana's trash. That's from Estrada. He's right here because Lana could phase out here. Liv pinned her.
Yeah.
And you could turn this into just a straight Liv versus Ruby feud.
That's what I think they're doing.
I feel like Lana, after the facts, beating up Liv, it's not over.
I think that's just the
I mean,
way.
I'm worried that next week Lana and Ruby are going to come out to face Liv and a partner of her choosing. Book it.
Okay.
It's going to happen next
Now,
week.
is that WWE possible? Yes, that is absolutely WWE possible. Let's look at it from
It's a shit booking. It's WWE possible.
Let's look at it from a possibly good booking perspective, right? I know we're not going to get that, but let's say we're the bookers. Where do we go from here?
Liv and Ruby next week one-on-one if it's good.
Maybe Liv and Ruby next week as a promo battle between the two backstage segments, something like that. Don't necessarily throw this feud on us right now. Maybe let it maturate a little bit and then give us the payoff later on. Lana, maybe tonight is just her saving a little face. Yeah, you beat me. I'm done with you, but I'm going to get a couple licks in before I leave to make me look strong. So, again, that's my perfect booking. What's probably going to happen is what you said, and that's garbage.
Right. Bangbo says on the board, Total Divas is coming back soon, so Lana and Liv are not done.
There you go.
Probably true.
There you go.
I mean, I know he's trying to make a joke, but Bellas are pregnant. They're going to have their own Bella pregnant show.
What you're wrong, and I hate to admit this, but where you're wrong, and so is he, about the Total Divas thing, is they tape it a year in the rear.
Well, yeah, I don't watch it.
I know. So I'm saying everything happening now on Total Divas happened a year ago in WWE.
But they usually try to somewhat make it relevant.
No. Nope. Never. Ever. Sorry. Next.
You're the host, fucker.
Do you want to do you want to do one?
Sure.
You not the big one yet.
Okay. I want to talk about the curtain jerk, if you will, the promo of Randy Orton.
Perfect.
Nobody wants to let him speak. They were the equivalent of hate fucking him by just booing him nonstop.
Yeah.
A little bit, and by the way, I liked all of it, but a little bit of a petty town. I wish he would have said nothing instead of the little bit that he did. Just because, he was just like, I can't. It made it seem, what he did say made it seem a little remorseful, is what I gathered from it. Where in the ring, he was like, you going to let me talk? I don't care about you guys. You let me talk, kind of thing. But then when he did finally speak, it seemed to come from a place of remorse.
I like that he did it the way he did it, and I hear what you're saying. I like the way he did it the way he did it, because the way you did it, or what you say he should have done it, is the way that Roma did it after he beat Taker. And I don't want to look at Randy and think, oh, he's pulling a Roman.
Well, he could do it better than it'd be Randy.
True. But I look, it's a petty
What's up, Rocky?
It's a petty town, so I'll agree with you that it's a petty town. Maybe it'd been better if he didn't say anything.
Stike says he was kind of disappointed Christian didn't come out because it was reported he was going to confront Orton. That would have been cool.
That would have been pretty cool.
A little promo there.
I'd have been down. Maybe he beats up Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever Christian's able to do.
Yeah, whatever he's doing. Yeah, sure. I'm sure he could take a bump. I don't think that would cause him to get. He's not going into a match. He could take
as long as
he
doesn't do the concerto to him.
Oh yeah, right. That's cruel. This, what's his name? Bubba Ray. Bubba Ray on Twitter is good about pointing out to young wrestlers getting started of things to watch out for. If you want to know if you're over, listen to the crowd that Edge got when he came out. That kind of thing. Tonight, I think, is one of those. If you want to learn how to be a good heel, here's how you do it. If you want to play a sadistic heel, here's how you do it. Because a sadistic heel is going to show remorse, but not stop.
He's fighting his inner demon. His voice is inside his head.
Yeah.
Selling the whole Randy crazy.
Exactly. So I like the way they did it. And, I obviously, as a fan, I'm disappointed we didn't get Edge tonight. I was looking forward to this being the start to his run. But it was good for me.
Stike just continues fantasy booking over here. He says Randy RKO's Beth on Wednesday at NXT.
That would that would be no. I mean, that would be great.
I mean, it would.
It'd be fucking great.
Imagine if he did, though. RKO Edge, Concerto's Edge, then turns around, does it to Christian, then turns around, does it to Beth. That would be fucking too good for WWE.
Right.
They'd never do that.
So the Edge and Randy obviously setting up a Mania match.
Right.
Do we get some actual Edge time before Mania? And I don't just mean like he shows up here and he shows up there. He does like a Sting thing where he's kind of there when he's not there.
I bet you he has some bullshit at Elimination Chamber where he comes out, cuts a promo to accept Randy's challenge.
See,
is what I'm thinking.
I'm seeing him more
like Sting said that like
Yeah.
Sting, he answered the challenge at a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm seeing him more involved, though. I'm seeing Edge more involved, and for no other reason than Edge made it clear in his little return speech is that he's coming back to do it on his terms. Now, if I was coming back to do it on my terms, I'd want to have some fucking matches. You know, I'd want to get out there and do it. Do the fucking stories. Not just come in and play and play little, you know, gopher fuck, or was a Groundhog Day poke outs.
Poke your head out.
That didn't work out the way I thought it would.
Do the normal Legends appearance from Rumblemania.
Right. Yeah, something like that. So I hope we get more. I hope we get that.
The rumor was it was 3 years, so you can do a slow build, Rob. You don't have to go right back at it.
No, I don't want him. Yeah, give him some matches though.
Yeah,
let him
I
knock
agree.
the rust off.
I agree.
There wasn't much rust to begin with.
No, he looked really good in the Royal Rumble for a guy that was 9 years off.
Yeah.
Randy's in the chamber and Edge causes him to get pinned. There you go. Edge returns to Screw Orton at Chamber.
That'd be good. I mean, I hate to have to wait that long, but that'd be fine.
Well,
okay.
that just could be a chapter. It doesn't have to be the next chapter, Rob.
True. All right. Asuka and Becky. Asuka and Becky is my next topic. Look, first, I don't say this a lot, but Asuka brought out the best in Natty. This is a pretty vicious. If you really watch this match, go back and watch this match, and I know you won't, but if you really watch this match, there was some hard hitting fucking moments in this match. The camera guy even picked up Natty saying to Asuka, where is it? It's right here. Oh, as she's hitting her, oh, you want to shoot on me? You want to shoot on me? And I don't think it was said to her like as part of the character. I think Asuka threw some fucking, because I know somebody who's wrestled Asuka.
She's strong style,
and Asuka likes to be stiff. She likes to take it stiff, likes to give it stiff. I know.
Giggity.
So I know it's in her style. And Natty's more of a traditional wrestler who probably is not a stiff wrestler, you know. So I'm thinking Asuka threw some stiff blows in there. Natty's like, what the fuck? He saw Natty's eye was fucked up. And
Med said,
why? Middle of my sentence, and you cut me off for the fucking board.
Well, no, he said, you want to shoot on me, bitch.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
Yeah.
You said you want to shoot on me. She said, bitch.
Yeah.
If that's true, that's strong style words.
Yeah. Threw my train of thought so you could read the board. You could have done it after I was done, but it's a fucking good point.
Sorry, I'll let your monologue continue.
I want to hear the board had to say, but not in the middle of my sentence, motherfucker. I don't do that to you.
You had 20
I don't do that
in a
to
row.
you. No.
You always do it.
No, oh my God, you're such an
You just
asshole.
only
You can
acknowledge it
never
one way.
admit that you're ever fucking wrong about anything.
I'm never wrong.
God, I can't stand you.
You're touting Natty and Lana tonight. I'm trying to figure out what
touting
drugs
Natty.
you're on.
What I'm saying is that I thought Asuka brought the best out in Natty. It was one of the better matches I've seen Natty in a while. I'm not a Natty fan. I wish she'd retire, but it was a good match all in all. Moving to the end of the match, we had Asuka win, and then Becky gets called out, and Asuka wants another fucking title shot. And you were right. You said it was going to happen. I said that they were done. I was wrong. I don't know what the point here is. I don't know where they're setting this up. I mean, is this going to be a Mania thing? Are they going to do this at Chamber? Is this going to set up for a Ronda return?
I feel like it's going to go to Chamber, and I feel it's going to set up still Shayna and Becky at Mania.
It's not a fucking monologue. He's not interrupting my monologues. He's interrupting my simple thoughts that I have. Just like, here, let me express my thought. No, I can't do that. Okay, anyway. What were you saying?
Berto says, shitting on the board for no reason again, Jesus. I'll watch this tomorrow, LOL.
Sensitive asses.
Asuka's the perfect woman for me, Bangbus says. But the thing is I think Asuka is a stall here. It's a stall for Shayna or Becky's Mania opponent.
Shayna would be nice.
I think Shayna, everybody really wanted Shayna. And no disrespect to Bayley in any way, but that match didn't need her at Survivor Series. It felt forced that all three of them were in there. I would have rather just seen Shayna versus Becky straight up. And that's what they're going to give us at Mania because they teased it then. Becky versus Asuka's happening next week. Oh, we're not even having to wait and do that like at Elimination Chamber or anywhere else. We're able to do it right now. So we're being interrupted in studio, so I'll just keep talking. I think Becky and Asuka is just stalling until they insert Shayna because they're still planning Shayna and Becky at WrestleMania. That's what Soji says to agree with us. I agree. Asuka used to do sexy pics before wrestling. Iron Meds is pointing out, just egging on Bang Bus. Don't do that. But the segue to this is that Charlotte, is my next topic since Rob had to leave. Charlotte is going to face one of the champions. We've seen her fight Becky. We've seen her fight Bayley a gazillion times. So why do we want to see it again? Well, you Rhea, and now you have my interest a little bit. You have my interest because Rhea is not really main roster, obviously. What's her nuts already has 10 titles. Charlotte, I don't want to see her fight her 4 horsewomen friends again. I like this booking. It was teased on the internet, Rob, and it seems to be gaining some steam here.
Who's
I
that?
mean, Charlotte didn't answer it. Charlotte and Rhea.
Oh, Rhea, yeah.
To go after this, so that if you do have Becky's left out in the win, I think Shayna's the perfect opponent. But Charlotte didn't declare tonight. Was Rhea's promo enough to sway her, or was this what they call a pop test that you always say didn't happen? Is this the testing the waters?
You know, I think everything they're doing when they introduce NXT is to try to build NXT's brand, to try to get those ratings popping. I think it's a very selfish notion. I don't like this. I like the fact that we didn't want to see Charlotte and fucking Bayley again. We didn't want to see Charlotte and fucking Becky again. So who do we see? Well, Rhea is the obvious choice, right? Because it's a champion. But that completely washes over the entire storyline of NXT when it comes to Bianca and Rhea. Because if
we talked about this off air, I agree with you.
There's two possible outcomes here, Adam. Two possible outcomes. Outcome number one is that this is a fucking clear forecast that Bianca loses and then gets bumped up to the main roster Monday after Mania.
I don't think it's clear that both those happen together.
Well, okay, but stick with me, okay?
Yeah.
Or in my mind, or the other option is, well, no, I think it's clear. They fucking pushed her and they pushed the fuck out of Bianca in Mania. Why wouldn't you do it to set her up for a main roster run?
I agree, but I'm just saying there's not a guarantee that both those happen.
Right. The other option is that Bianca says on NXT Wednesday, hold up, chick, you are not guaranteed to be champion come Mania. And then Bianca beats Rhea and then faces Charlotte because they pushed Charlotte and Bianca in Royal Rumble. There was definitely some foreshadowing there. So maybe they're going to give us the big swerve. When
there was just 2 people standing, it was those 2.
Right. So maybe they'll give us the big swerve on that, and it won't be Rhea, and it'll be Bianca instead. So there are 2 options here, but I think if Rhea's going to be the actual option, it's fucking just tells the whole story already.
Yeah, Stike agrees. Says the only thing I don't like about it spoils the Rhea Bianca match at Takeover.
Yeah.
It does. It tells the story. Now I hope if Bianca loses, it's because she's calling up and it's just her swan song. I hope, Rob, that you're right.
Yeah,
100%. I don't have faith in WWE, so it's not faith in anybody wrestler wise. It's just I don't have faith. Now makes sense. You just featured her in the Royal Rumble. She's hot. She's going to take over as a challenger. But you've basically foreshadowed she's not winning.
right.
Because I'm sorry, if you're going to truly build Charlotte cashing in against Rhea, you can't change it as you go toward Mania.
Yeah,
It just. I mean, what are you going to? T-shirts are going to be changed. Everything. I mean,
and you just kind of really started building Rhea. I know she's champion now, but she's still kind of young in her push on this. I mean, it's only been a few months that she's been there, hot the fucking trot.
Bang Bus points this out. Could this be to try to move ratings on NXT?
Well, that's exactly what I said the open topic with. I know you're reading the board.
No. I'm saying like full time. Like she gets the championship and she's off Raw. She is on NXT.
No, I don't
to try and compete with AEW.
No,
that's what he's suggesting.
I just see this. I don't understand why you would take Rhea away from the current push she's on. I don't even see why you let Bianca win over Rhea right now. They're developing a new women's roster. We've been watching that on Wednesday.
So
we saw
you're saying Charlotte would lose to Rhea?
Yeah. Then Charlotte would lose to Rhea.
Interesting.
You know, maybe not clean. Maybe Bianca comes out and fucks Rhea over and then debuts on Raw and is like, nah, bitch, that was mine. You know? I don't know. I'm hoping that it's not the obvious, but everything points to the obvious. Rhea's getting the big push on NXT. It doesn't feel like it's time for her to lose the title yet. Bianca was pushed for the main roster at Red Rumble.
Red Rumble?
Her husband's already there. I mean, it makes sense to me. This is Bianca's second attempt at the title. You know,
Trump, my love, is joining us on the board saying missed Raw because I was watching fake news CNN.
Oh Jesus,
Somebody's trolling you, Rob.
oh I know. It's all right. We'll do it. Okay, Adam. Next one.
Next one. I know I've said this before, but the Saudi shows having an inclusion on main roster storyline, I don't like it. Do I like that Ricochet is getting a number one contendership and opportunity? Hell yeah, I do. Good for you, Ricochet.
Yeah.
Does anybody believe you're going to beat Brock? Fuck no. You're not going to mess with the Brock-Drew main event at WrestleMania. Nothing will. You want to give a little push and some shine? Great. This should be a Raw match between now and Mania that Ricochet cashes in on. Why are you trying to sell me on Super Showdown? Why? Why is there an inclusion here? You guys ignore Starrcade. You ignore that Nashville show you do. Those aren't included in storyline at all.
Right.
But you're devoting time to Saudi? And by the way, you can't devote any time to Asuka and Becky being at Super Showdown.
Right.
Because they're not allowed. So what the fuck are we doing, and why are we doing it on the main roster? Why isn't this just a one-off show that you book your Goldbergs and your Takers and your others at, and not what they're trying to sell on the main roster here?
Yeah, leave the storyline out of it.
Right.
Make it just a big name show.
Yeah.
Fine. You do your MSG shows, they're not tied into the fucking what's going on.
No, AJ won and lost the title at MSG shows that weren't even named. They're just MSG 1014 or whatever the fuck the date was.
Right.
You know, why is this a part of my main roster? I fail to understand. You are building toward Mania. You should be focused on Mania. Chamber is your gateway to Mania.
Yeah.
That's it. Not Super Showdown. Sorry. This doesn't matter what you book. And I love the booking of tonight, the way the main event ended. Ricochet wins. Brock immediately comes down and F5s him.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm not going to watch the payoff because it's a Saudi show. I'll read the results because I have a podcast devoted to the product.
But I'm not watching it.
Right.
I'm not taking a timeout. I'm not probably going to watch it in after it's already over. I'm just not
going back in time. No.
I can't. I mean, I'm gonna just reiterate your point, just saying what you said in a different way. But it is so frustrating that we have this clear path to Mania, which, as you said, is Elimination Chamber, and they do this with Saudi all the time. Every time there's a fucking Saudi show, it's always before a big one, and we have to divert the story from what was going towards.
They did it with Survivor Series.
They did. They set up your Survivor Series. Let them have their fucking match on the side at Saudi. Who fucking cares? We don't care. Leave it to the story.
And they're making Miz and Morrison, they've been building on SmackDown, Stike points out. And the only other match they've booked so far is Miz and Morrison versus New Day. They've been building that on SmackDown for a while, and you're going to make the payoff be there?
I hate it.
I don't get it.
Well, I'd say I don't get it either. And what else I don't get is Seth and KO. I like.
Where's it going?
I like that Seth is doing the full Jesus thing. You know, you crucified me. I don't hate you. I'm here to save you.
Heel Rollins is way more tolerable.
Absolutely more tolerable. And it's in his smug self as the Messiah. I think is very fitting for his actual personality.
It works. And leading a faction of numbnuts.
Yeah, and I like factions. Factions are fun when you do them right. Joe nowhere to be found tonight, so is Joe out of this mix now?
I wasn't sure. They were selling, the announce team was selling that Joe was still injured from last week or still walking off, know.
But
I don't know.
You got Buddy Murphy and Seth are the tag team champions, and then they got a tag team. But they haven't
tagged together yet.
Right. So are we just doing a kind of a side grudge feud of AOP and Viking Raiders, and KO and Seth are setting up for Mania?
Well, that's my thing. Can they stall all the way to Mania?
I don't feel like
I thought it was building to Mania maybe as a faction, and KO's slowly going to get a faction of his own, or at least a fucking alliance like, they would do on the way to Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here's Hacksaw Jim Duggan's friends. Hillbilly Jim and whoever the fuck else teamed with him.
Yeah, I feel like if they're on the mountain to a storyline, I feel like they're already at the summit. It's not much more time. I mean, you can't devote more months to this story. It's already it's fire. It's hot right now. Do it. Go do the match.
Board has conflicting reports. Joe has a concussion after last week, and the others saying there's rumors he's about to get a 30-day.
He's definitely not doing steroids. So what would he pop on?
I don't know. Because we've said if it's marijuana, it's just a fine at this point.
Just a fine. No 30 days for the weed.
Roman versus Goldberg, spear versus spear. Because Goldberg's supposed to be on SmackDown Live to set up another Saudi Super Showdown matchup.
Super Showdown. Sunday.
I'm upset about the whole thing. But back to your topic, the Seth and KO echo here.
I feel like it's got to be either. Is Saudi to kind of do one match and then they have the final match at Chamber?
I just don't understand these long games of KO. The Jericho one paid off.
Yeah.
The others have not. The Shane McMahon thing,
no payoff.
Right? I mean,
the Vince thing went nowhere. Nowhere at all.
He came out and gave him a stunner and then was like off TV a few weeks later.
Yeah.
For a month. I mean, KO is one of those candidates that's very inconsistent booking. I know he signed a 5-year deal. I know he in social media and everything is very, very happy, but he deserves a title push, a something that they never really focused on him there.
Yeah.
And give him legit challengers and make him a top guy. You're trying to put him in this Austin role where he's won on a faction, and he overcame the odds in a 6-man tag earlier that night that we didn't really mention, which we didn't even know was elimination until after the fact.
Yep.
But why not do more?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'll tell you what, though.
Soji's asking about Riddle. We'll talk about that on.
Yeah. All right, I'm tired tonight. We're gonna keep moving.
The board has ADD anyway.
All right, we're gonna do our awards for this week. We're gonna start out with we're gonna bring an oldie back. We're gonna start off with the Giggity Award. After the Giggity Award, we got the marked out moment of the night, the pink slip, the booking fail, and the MVP of the week. We'll let Adam start out for us. Adam, what is your Giggity? Oh, I got to get the sound effect ready for this one. We got to make sure we do it right. Your Giggity Award for tonight.
Liv Morgan, baby.
Oh, you got a bunch of giggities there. Yeah, Liv's looking good, man. She put a little. I don't want to say LB because that makes it sound like she's fat. She's putting some meat on her bones, which I like. I'm a fan. Yes, I'm stuttering a lot tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't talk.
Rob.
Stuttering Rob. My Giggity Award is going to go to always Zelina Vega. More specifically, Zelina Vega's side boob.
That's nice.
That's nice, side boob. We go so fast now. We got any giggities on the board?
Ruby Riot's nose a giggity for Estrada. Aw, come on.
Nah.
And Jay said that Andrade got popped for doing coke off Charlotte's tits.
You mean Andrade did Charlotte's tits and then they popped?
Oh.
Oh, hey.
Zelina Vega always for Stike, even though he doesn't know how it's spelled. Soji says Giggity Raw is Vega's dress. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Liv Morgan, Rocky's agreeing with me.
Yeah. Nothing bad there. Nothing bad at all.
Basically, the board split our 2 votes.
I want to give this to that goes to Charlie Caruso for this too much clothes, man.
Yeah, too much clothes.
I'm sorry. You're a great interview. I take nothing away from you,
DSL?
Charlie. Oh, DSL. I take nothing away from Charlie Caruso. She's a great interviewer. She really is. A lot of girls get in there and they fucking suck at it. She's actually really good at it. But let's look. Your main sell point, honey, is, and I hate to sound horrible like this, but you are hot to trot. Can we not wear the turtlenecks, please?
And I'm the one to criticize all the time with women.
I'm just saying.
Marked out moment coming up, guys.
All right, marked out moment of the night. I'll start this one out. I'm not gonna lie. I marked out when Ruby Riott, when her music hit, she came out. I was very quickly disappointed with how they did it. You know, it really laid flat. But yeah, marked out for Ruby Riott. There's mine. I'll give myself a coin.
You laid flat. My marked out moment's gonna be Rhea. Because it's not Becky or Bayley, but also I like the idea of seeing Rhea.
Strong. I approve this message.
Charlotte's been retread to death.
Yeah.
Let her fight someone new.
I do like it, and I think it's going to be a mistake if they let Charlotte beat Rhea. I really do.
I do too.
So, let's do
I still see it happening.
board.
Stike says, marked out seeing Angel Garza debut on Raw. That was cool. I like that spot that he did. He kicked the shit out of Carrillo. Marked out award for Estrada. Goldberg returning on SmackDown to drop another wrestler when he attempts a jackhammer at Saudi. They'll probably book him with somebody really light. That's why I don't believe it's going to be Roman.
He's going to fight.
He already fought Dolph.
What was the name of Braun's tag team champion partner?
Nicholas.
Yes. He'll fight Nicholas.
Is Nicholas of age yet? Remember, he couldn't lift that kid when he re-debuted.
Maybe he'll fight the Jason Momoa from the Super Bowl commercial.
Bang Bus marked out Raw's women's division tonight.
Just grab it.
I saw so many melons tonight, then Becky ruined it wearing a shirt. Soji says, marked out when Ivar hit the apron sign. Ooh, I think it wasn't planned. It was a bump. I think it was planned, but I don't know if he meant to take it that hard.
It was totally planned. And if you've never heard me say this, let me just say this right now for you again. As a guy spending the last 20 years of my life in audio video, when you hit an LED board, it does not go to static.
No, that's somebody in the truck.
It does not happen. So you definitely planned. I got my finger by the button, boss. So, yeah, no. That off of the board?
No, Justin and Rocky also say Rhea, and Bang Bus adds Goldberg will fight Nakamura because he's 215. That would work.
Yeah.
Can't be Sammy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not allowed.
Let's go to our Pink Slip Award of the night. Adam.
Rowan
Rowan
is not on tonight, and no one cares about your box. Sorry.
All right. My pink slip tonight is going to go to, although I thought Asuka brought the best out in her, anytime Natty's on the show, I got to give it to Natty.
You're fired.
All right. What's on the board for the pink slip? Anything?
I don't think they've caught up. We went way too fast.
We went really fast on that, didn't we?
Our next ones are going to be booking fail and MVP of the week so that you guys have a little preview here. Right. We'll get your pink slips as we go, but we might as well move on to booking fail.
Yeah, booking fail of the night. I'll start this one out. Booking fail for me is the opening elimination match. I don't know why. I mean, you had the AOP and Buddy Murphy.
6 pins.
Right. It was a good match. I mean, if you want to talk about good wrestling, yeah, it was good wrestling. If you want to talk about
it was just to get KO over.
Yeah, I felt like KO's spot happened at the end of the night. Why not use this time in the show for something like, I don't know, maybe possibly.
We want the smoke.
Just saying. All right. Adam.
My booking fail is no Street Profits. It is February after all.
Yeah. There you go. I actually put down no Black History promo tonight. At least they didn't fuck it up. Yeah.
Well,
so
Bobby Lashley should have. Jay says marked out Rob getting the intro music right for once. Yeah,
because I didn't play it.
Jay, you're fucking 3 awards late. Who you calling out? Strata booking fail. Why is Lana still involved with Liv? Fucking kill that shit already. Justin says booking fail. 6-man Rocky. Oh, we forgot to even mention his booking fail. Mojo Rawley.
Mojo. Oh,
Claymore.
God.
I'm gonna drop the mic and I'm gonna give you Claymore.
I like what they're doing with Drew. And I like the moment, too.
But at the expense of Mojo again.
Yeah, well, couldn't happen to a better guy.
Pink Slip's catching up. Rocky says Pink Slip for Mojo. Pink Slip, the LED guy for Justin.
Yeah, right.
And Pink Slip Estrada, Becky for embracing an 8-year-old meme with the glasses. Dum-dum. Like Pink Slip Award for whoever forgot to take Lana's Titantron during Liv's entrance. I forgot about that. You mentioned that, Rob.
Did, yes. Thank you for that one. Thank you for reminding me of that one.
Yep.
That's Bush League. Bush League.
Bang Bus booking fail. We want Jinder Mahal. No, you don't.
No, you get nothing for that. Let's see. MVP of the week. I'll give it to you first, Adam.
Mine is going for our absent host, Brian. Making the trip up to New York City for Full Faith's Wrestling Revolution pay-per-view. He got to mark out a lot. He got to intro some of those people he marked out for. Great job, Brian. We missed you tonight, but we'll see you Wednesday. I'm giving you my MVP because just deserved it being on the road all weekend.
All right, and I'll give you a ceremonial. Okay. My MVP of the week, you got to give it to Ricochet. Whatever you think about the Saudi shows, love it or hate it. Ricochet getting
big
big push, fighting Brock for a title at a big show. It's not a shitty thing. So MVP of the week for me is Ricochet. Board.
MVP for Soji, Andy Reid, well worth it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give you one of these.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
Yeah.
Bang Bus MVP, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes. I like it, a young quarterback. You know, MVP of the league last year, won it too. I mean, that's good for.
Yeah.
We're not seeing these old guys constantly go there. Here's the new generation coming up. There was a lot of good young quarterbacks this year.
I guess an expansion on that is the same year we get a brand new Rumble champion that we've never seen before.
Yep.
We also get a Super Bowl with two young quarterbacks who aren't one of those elite 5 we've been seeing for the past 15 years.
Yeah, get a sound effect ready for Estrada's. He says the MVP is Shakira's Butte.
Oh.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
Hell yeah. Justin says Andy Reid and KO. Stike says MVP of the week, Ricochet, even though we know the outcome. Brock works better with faster guys. It'll be fun. I mean, he's going to get his spots, and then Brock's going to catch him and destroy him.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can tell
They're
you
going
right
to let
now.
him show off for the Saudi crowd.
Oh, the Saudi crowd that's not even looking.
I mean,
That's walking back and forth instead of even watching
the ones
the
in
match.
the stands are watching.
When you see a real event, you see the people that are walking by and they're turning their heads to make sure they watch what's happening in the ring. These people don't give a fuck.
No, they don't care. They don't care at all. MVP of the week for Rocky is Drew McIntyre, the sexy Scotsman.
Sexy Scotsman.
The sexy
I
Scotsman.
don't know about that. Rob, we know the real giggity should go to Shakira and J-Lo's booty shake.
Mm.
This is Roderick Strong, and I approve this message.
Yes, absolutely. And by the way, I thought it was a good halftime show. It's one of the better ones we've seen in the last couple of years. Shakira, greater than J-Lo.
Absolutely.
100%.
3 times great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's holding it together nicely. If you are on YouTube live, if you're not and you're listening on the podcast, I want to tell you about Hot Mic. Go to Hot Mic, download the app, HOTMIC, like a microphone. Hot Mic. Go there, invite code MARKEDOUT, MARKEDOUT, all one word, doesn't matter the case. That's the invite code you use when you download the app to get in there. When you do that, you scroll through the events, and you're going to find Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Click on that button to the right to follow us. And guess what, Rob?
What's that?
Next week,
Yeah.
Brian and I are going to be on Hot Mic covering Raw.
Oh, my God, live.
We are going to be live on Hot Mic covering Raw all 3 hours. And you know Brian gets crazy in that 3rd hour, so
Oh, he
it's going to
will.
be some fun. And then we will be back here on YouTube for our reaction show like normal, where you will join us.
I will join. I will not be with you for the hot mic. I am going to miss that, my friend. Not really.
I wouldn't say I missed it.
I'm not
Bob.
going to miss it, Bob. So, yeah, so make sure you guys download that. It's going to be at the Google Play Store, or your App Store, or your Apple App Store, whatever it's called now. So go get that hot mic marked out. One word is your invite code for that.
Soji says, can I add a real marked out Demi's national anthem? How about that? I forgot.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I was on the shit on Demi train where it's like she didn't used to be that great of a singer.
And she didn't look like that before either. Like she's grown up.
Yeah. But so I thought her rendition, I liked it because it didn't try to do too much. It kind of stuck with the kind of the gist of the song. But she killed it, man. All props to her. She killed the anthem. Well done, Demi. Is it Lovato? Demi
Yes.
Lovato? Yes, the Lovato. Okay. We didn't talk about Ray or
Yeah, Ray came out and challenged Angel Garza. We talked about Garza. We didn't mention Ray.
yeah, we didn't really talk. We're talking about Zelina's side boob.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Zelina having a little faction by having Angel
I
Garza
do
up
like
while
that.
Andrade's. Well, Vega didn't get popped. Andrade did.
Yeah.
So why? I mean, keep her on TV. Here's another guy.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. I forgot he got popped for 30.
And that's the old school, managers building a stable.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they'll let her truly build a stable or if this is just 30 days while Andrade's gone.
Yeah. See, did anyone see Beyonce and Jay-Z sit down for you know what? Let me point this out real quick. Did anybody see Jay-Z and Beyonce sit down during the national anthem? There were tens of thousands of people in that crowd. And if you've ever been to a fucking football game, there's going to be people sitting down during the national anthem. It might not be because they're not patriotic. It might maybe because they're sore and they
Could
can't.
be handicapped.
They could be. I mean, obviously Beyonce and Jay-Z are not handicapped, but it's fucking You motherfuckers got to get off your fucking high horses. Whether you're liberal or fucking conservative, you're a bunch of fucking babies sometimes. I swear to God. Stop being fucking bitches about everything. Everybody cries about every goddamn thing nowadays.
Soji,
Don't use those words. Those words will offend me. Fuck you.
I forgot to read it earlier, but Eric Young, get the fuck out of WWE Pink Slip.
Oh,
The Eric Young spot tonight, I mean, Aleister Black, we didn't really talk about it, but Aleister Black did what he's supposed to, Eric Young, at Eric Young's expense, if you will.
No, okay, Bang Bus, I'm sorry. He's not saying it's a bad thing, Ram. Sheesh. Just ask a damn question. I'm sorry, but all the shit I've been seeing on social media, it's just it goes to the negative side of that. So I apologize, Bang Bus. I don't think it was a fucking statement. Obviously, I just don't think it was a statement. If you've watched any of the interviews from fucking Jay-Z lately, he's not the kneeler or the sitter. He's the establishment guy. He's gonna stand or whatever. It's not a big deal.
Rob, do you sit during the anthem? Jay asks. He's a fucking Marine. What do you think?
No, I stand at attention and I render my hand salute. Yeah, but if you choose not to stand during the fucking anthem, guess what? I went, put on a uniform, and fought for my country so that you could make the choice to not stand or not salute or not put your hand on your heart. It's a free fucking country. My brothers and sisters died in arms so that you could do that. And I don't think you're an asshole for it. I think you're practicing your right to be who the fuck you want to be without worrying about some fucking jackass on Twitter criticizing you. That's what I think. So get the fuck over it. Just saying. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Do you want to talk about Super Bowl commercials at all before we sign off? Soji's saying. I thought the Anthony Anderson with his mom was great, and I thought the Jason Momoa was great.
The Momoa was funny.
Snickers.
I thought Charlie in the Tide commercial going back and forth. I love the fact that all the products that he showed up for in the Tide commercials were all like under the Purdue umbrella. So they
You mean Procter & Gamble?
Procter & Gamble. I'm sorry. Thank you. The Procter Purdue chicken. Procter & Gamble umbrella. I thought
all their commercials were that way.
Yeah,
they did a lot of them. I thought it was very good blending of your name because most people don't know Procter & Gamble. They know all those names.
Right. Not to be political, but we had the Trump. This is funny. So we're watching the Trump commercial, the first one with where he's like, fighting criminal justice reform, whatever. And the woman got released from jail, and she's like, I want to thank Donald John Trump. And then the crowd's like awkwardly like, yeah. So Kiara's watching that, my wife, which is an African-American queen. And she starts laughing out loud at this commercial, and then follows that with, oh, no, the fuck he didn't. Then starts to talk to everybody she knows who's of the same persuasion, and they're just ragging on it. Then I go to work, and I hear somebody else another a black friend of mine at work ragging on it too. Some friends of mine just kind of out and about ragging on it too. I don't think that commercial went the way that the Orange Man wanted it to. So
no.
That's a mistake made there.
We also had the Groundhog Day Bill Murray one. That was okay. I still think that Jeep whatever is fucking ugly as hell. Soji, yes, the Google one.
Google made me.
I want to talk about that one.
Google made me cry. Not gonna lie. I know you're gonna be on the same page as me here. I have dealt with in my family. I've dealt with dementia and Alzheimer's, and watched loved ones just deteriorate in front of my eyes. So that I immediately knew what they were doing there, and I was like, this is touching and brilliant. As far as an ad campaign goes.
It is, but it was also like my brain went at first right with Soji. It's upsetting, that they're doing this and why, and I get it. And then at the same time, I was thinking, you know what? We're fucking neglecting our elderly, and now we're using technology to babysit them and make them feel good about themselves each day. We have failed them, and we're giving them a Google
I disagree.
to keep track of something.
I disagree with that.
The last commercial that they had for that was playing a music for them and them being visited and getting a playlist.
Yeah, nothing in that commercial said you shouldn't still go visit your fucking parents and tell them about the good times. It just said, hey, you know what? Because of technology, there's certain things in our life that we can make better. And here's one thing that we can do to make somebody's life better. So where there's all kinds of shortcomings and fault and fucked up things that come because of technology and social media and all that. But this to me was something
the benefit outweighs it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I think you're being petty.
All right.
Yeah.
Baby Nut or Baby Yoda?
Oh man, Baby Nut was pretty cute. and my household popped when Baby Nut came out.
Oh, okay.
But that's funny if you really think about what I just said. Baby Yoda wins every day.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the way, Kansas City, what state is that in?
It's in Kansas, right?
Right. According to our president.
That's our president.
Congratulations, Kansas, on your team winning the Super
Yeah.
Bowl. Kansas doesn't even have a fucking team.
No.
Kansas City's in Missouri.
they
I
barely-
could see how he's confused by New York City and New York.
Yeah, Kansas barely has a school system. I don't know how they fucking. Yeah, that's hilarious.
And what was I tune out anytime Ellen's on. They're talking about Ellen and Amazon.
They did the Alexa commercial. What did people do before Alexa? And they went through all the different Lexas through time, or Alexes or whatever. And they did the Lil Jon Get Low song with the fucking barrel, the bucket, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Shorty got low.
Yeah. No, that's Flow Rider.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Get low. Okay, fuck it.
Oh, in the end, life goes on. At the end of the Google one, he went out with his dog. Okay, cool.
Yes,
So he's got a dog and a computer.
Okay.
We've neglected him to that point.
I do want to. All right, I do want
Proving my point.
I did want to close tonight with a final thought, and kind of a serious final thought. One of the maybe a little emotional here, to kind of bring it down, and I apologize, but it was profound for me, and I wanted to share it with you because I had the platform to share it. So Kobe died, with his daughter, and the reports are that he died with his daughter in his arms. And as a father, that's very touching to me. But as somebody who was more of a Jordan era guy, I didn't hate Kobe. I do appreciate the fact that we watched him grow in front of our eyes from a young, irresponsible young man into a proud father and a community guy and just an all-around good person in his
He was
life.
being recruited since he was 16.
Right. I mean, we watched him go through this maturation in life, and I appreciate that. But what I really gathered from it as a father of two daughters, really learning about in this past couple of weeks, learning about how Kobe was with his children, how he was a girl dad, which I am now 100% in on that phrase, and it has inspired me to be a better father to my girls, to be more involved with them in ways that maybe I didn't consider before because I was kind of going through the motions. So I guess my point here is I guess sometimes inspiration can come in things you never realize it can. Kobe Bryant, I was not a huge Kobe guy, but his story has touched me.
You have to respect it.
You do. You absolutely have to respect it. And I know there's a lot of haters out there that are dwelling on the past, that don't know all the facts of the past. But people make mistakes. They move past it. They grow. They show remorse.
He did a lot to try to atone for it. He didn't just show remorse.
Right.
He was actively atoning for it.
Actively. Every day. Every day.
And you have to respect that. I mean, he stuck with his team when they didn't make the playoffs. He could have gone like everybody else to a super team.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. He tried to build his franchise. He stayed with his club.
Right.
You got to admire all of that. I don't know about the rush of reaction to potentially change the NBA logo to Kobe from Jerry West.
I have zero problem with it.
It
needs a reboot anyway, the league does.
It does need a reboot, but I think this is reactionary. Yes, he was amazing to the league and what he did.
Reactions come from big moments, and Kobe dying is a huge tragedy and a big moment. I think it's fitting that they would have a heavy reaction to it and change the logo. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it too. I'm just saying, like, it seems.
I know what you're saying.
It seems quick reaction.
Sit back and think about it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not against it, but let's not make any rash decision here. Let's make the logo that we change it to live as long as the logo we've had. Is my point. Don't change it every 10 years.
So I guess my overall point here was not just a reminiscing for Kobe, but which was fun to do for two people who weren't necessarily huge fans of Kobe. But if there is
we both have daughters.
If there's a negative 1% chance that his family will ever hear this podcast, and I seriously doubt they will, I would just say to you that I can't comfort you from your loss, and I wish I could, but if anything can bring you maybe a little bit of joy, is that a perfect stranger who wasn't a fan of Kobe has been inspired by the tragedy that you're going through, and I think that I'm going to be better because I saw how good he was after the fact. So that's kind of where I wanted to finish the show up.
Where we are here in Charlotte. I know Raleigh's a few hours away, but it makes you think of like Coach V, what he did. In his story, the way it was. kind of overcoming something. I mean, I know Coach V had cancer or something, but the way he spoke out and when he passed, I'm talking about the way it affected others.
Yeah.
People that never knew that man.
Yeah.
And now we're re-looking at our life and re-looking at certain things and going, okay, I'm not going to take these things for granted. You know, Kobe sends that kind of iconic message, and they're very different stories, but I'm saying the way it affects others is very, very similar.
You never know.
Of motivate you in a different path.
Right. You never know what's going to make you go, open your eyes, basically. You never know. So let's hit the board up before we get done, and then we'll be done. Yeah,
because, see, Bang Bus is kind of put better words on my point there. He said, God forbid, what if Jordan passed, then people would want to change the logo then as well. You know, that's why I say you don't do something rash. Jerry West's logo has been there since the inception of the league.
Yeah.
If you're going to change it, I want it to be changed to something that is going to be as permanent as that one was.
But you can
is currently.
But you can make an argument if you can make an argument that Kobe in the annals of history would be deserving of the logo.
Right, but I mean he does do a good point. I mean, there are other people who brought the same level to the league. I mean, you know.
No,
I'm not arguing that. This is a tragic thing.
Yeah.
Soji says he was a great man beyond basketball. That is why it's really a tragedy of an incident of gone too soon and really hits life is short and could be taken for granted. That's why it's affecting so many people. This man retired from basketball, which was his entire life outside of his family, a year ago.
Yeah.
And he's gone.
Yeah.
That's a truly tragic situation. He was finally about to do something. I mean, he was passing it on to his children, obviously, but I mean, something else with his life, something else with his community, something. I mean, who knows? Yeah. Who knows what he could have done as an ambassador to the NBA? The way some of these other legends when they've retired have been.
Who knows what young lives he could have touched and changed and
there's several other retired NBA stars who are affecting their community. David Robinson in San Antonio, like there's a lot of those guys out there.
Yeah, but he was also writing books.
He never even got
screenplay. He was moving his life outside of the basketball arena and showing all that he could do.
But I'm saying that's part of being an ambassador.
Yeah,
to the NBA even post your career.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, so that's it. We had some wrestling talk. We had some football talk. We had some commercial talk. We had some Kobe talk.
We had some fun.
We had some ups. We had some downs. We had some lefts. We had some rights. We appreciate it.
We had no Brian.
We had no Brian tonight. But we will have Brian on Wednesday night. That's Wednesday night after NXT and AEW. We will be doing our reaction show there. Don't forget to join Brian next weekend.
We had NXT and AEW logos up all night.
Oh, we did? Oh, well.
You did.
I did. That's my mistake. Don't forget to join Brian sometime this weekend for the release of the All Elite Hour, where him and some guys from the All Elite AEW discussion group on Facebook will talk about all the behind-the-scenes things because they're involved with the actual talent from AEW.
Yeah, they really kind of run their Discord page, so they get a lot of information and have some kind of inside connection.
So that's pretty cool. So do that. So don't forget, wherever you're at, subscribe, like, rate, review, follow. I don't know, a little bit of everything. Mark out like no one's watching.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by U-Record Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.